Well, the Republicans introduced a bill to let Trump purchase Greenland. It's, I kind of can't, don't even know how to reply to that. Um, also, Marjorie Taylor Greene last week introduced a bill that would have the Gulf of Mexico renamed to the Gulf of America. Uh, Dusty Johnson introduced a bill last week with 15 other Republicans that would authorize talks to repurchase the Panama Canal. You see how this is going? Republicans. You know, Republicans have won the Senate, the House, and if you count Donald Trump as a Republican, the the presidency, and also the Supreme Court. So it's Republicans, 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 Republicans. Now, I think Marjorie Taylor Greene should be drummed out of office for being a complete idiot. But the voters have spoken. Why do I think that's more ridiculous than Trump being elected? Well, actually, I don't. But I live in Georgia, and unfortunately, I live in the district south of Marjorie Taylor Greene, so I could not vote against her. Not that it would have done any good since there's so many voters that want to vote for Marjorie Taylor Greene. Anyway, there's just so much other junk here, um, which I have sort of semi queued up if I can see where in the hell. Um, it was my birthday, just by the way, the 13th, and here's the cake, y'all. It's a cake. Anyway, it's up there. It's cake. We ate it. It's gone. It was good cake. Um, my son thought it would be funny if he put Dad Carpenter on the cake, and the number's 91. I'm 60, just by the way. Um, Pam Bondi, who's the Attorney General nominee, won't say that Trump lost the election in 2020. Although down below she did sort of hint at it. She wouldn't say Trump lost. She described the post 2020 transition as peaceful. Despite the events of January 6th. Listen, they wanted to hang Pence, and they broke a window to get into the Capitol building. I don't call that peaceful. But she did say President Biden is the President of the United States. He was duly sworn in, and he is the President of the United States. There was a peaceful transition of power. Right. Um, President Trump left office and was overwhelmingly elected in 2024. That might be a little stretch. Um, she thought there might be some fraud in Pennsylvania. What I can tell you is what I saw firsthand when I went to Pennsylvania as an advocate for the campaign. I saw many things there, but do I accept the results? Of course I do. That response was unsatisfactory to Durbin. This is the confirmation hearing, and Durbin is speaking. Um, I think that question deserves yes or no, and I think the length of your answer is an indication you weren't prepared to answer yes. I just hate these hearings. I've watched them before, and they're just so ridiculous. She didn't care for the who is it? Hold on. Some people don't like the idea that Biden or that Trump would pardon the January 6th folks. And she said if she was asked to evaluate them, she'd do it on a case-by-case basis. There will never be an enemies list within the Department of Justice, Bondi said, adding later she would not target anyone specifically. Bondi denied that Patel has an enemies list. UK's Chagos deal on hold to allow Trump review. Okay, well, if the UK has a deal to release Chagos, okay. U.S. President-elect Donald Trump will be consulted on the UK's deal to hand over the Chagos Islands, where there's a joint U.S.-UK military base. You tell them about it, Floppy. To Mauritius. Mauritius has an association with China, so some people don't like it. There have been some efforts to get the treaty signed before Trump's inauguration on Monday, the BBC understands, and the Mauritian cabinet was expected to approve the deal on Wednesday. But overnight, the British position changed. Mauritius source close to the negotiations told the BBC. The deal had already been greenlit by the Biden administration, but the UK Prime Minister's office on Wednesday said the incoming Trump government would now consider the deal. So, a spokesperson for Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer said it was perfectly reasonable for the U.S. administration to consider the detail of any agreement. But Shadow Foreign Secretary Priti Patel said the latest development was complete humiliation for the Prime Minister because Labor had been desperate to sign off the surrender of the Chagos Islands before President Trump returns to office. President Biden had previously praised the historic agreement, which he had secured the future of the base, which plays a vital role in national, regional, and global security. It is unclear if Trump's administration would have any objection. The incoming president has not publicly commented on the deal. Well, considering that Trump would like to take over Greenland, Panama, and drill in the North Sea and change the name of the Gulf to the Gulf of America, and I have a feeling Trump would like to take over the Chagos Islands as well when he finds out about it. Just give him time when he finds out about it. The incoming U.S. Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, said it poses a serious threat, arguing it leaves the islands to a country aligned with China. Mauritius has a trade agreement with China. Well, I have a feeling that the United States is trading with China. What do you make of that, Marco? You going to stop trading with China? I just bought a TV, probably made in China. I just bought 3 computers, probably made in China. I think my cake was made in Carrollton, though. Let's see. What else did I have read up here? Trump will begin his presidency in delicate position, poll finds. More people hold an unfavorable than favorable view of him. Most are against pardoning those convicted of attacking the U.S. Capitol of January 6th. Well, I should hope so. You don't break into the Capitol building with a pleasant attitude. The opening round of the second term is not going to go well with the public, said Lee Maringoff, director of the Marist Institute for Public Opinion. Americans are not convinced of Trump's agenda pillars, including pardons and tariffs. Yeah, I'm super not happy about tariffs. I think people were concerned about how much they were going to pay for a dozen eggs. Boy, just wait till all these tariffs come in. You think you're going to pay more or less for a dozen eggs. I know we make most of the eggs here, but, and I use the word make lightly, mass deportations are only getting mixed reviews. I don't think mass deportations are a good idea, so I don't know why they're getting mixed reviews. Shouldn't they all be negative? Oh, except for you folks who voted for Donald Trump. I guess y'all probably approve, huh? I think this has gone on long enough, so I'll find another one, y'all. Love you, bye.